Oh, maybe if I unmute the right microphone. There we go. Now we're doing it. Now we're feeling it. All right. So we're gonna just edit some podcast. It's been a weird week, and we're just gonna do a little bit of work on stream. I want to keep the music going a little bit so there's something in the background, you know. There we go. And all right. So yeah, we recorded our podcast earlier this evening, and I just want to kind of get it done and out of the way. After this, I might be playing some Vampire Survivor or something, kind of kill some time. I don't know. So I guess we'll just jump right into it. This is this week's episode, and here we go. A good way to start it.
For by my friends at Microsoft.
My buddy Billy Gates.
Hey everybody!
Okay, there we go. Cut that there. All right. All right. Noise reduction. Profile. This whole stream might sound like trash. I don't know. I've been playing around with audio settings a little bit. Who knows how it's actually going to sound? All right. Okay, audio looks pretty good here. All right. Okay. To get into some news. All right, modulation, reduction, profile. Do that again, and then we're off to the races here. So yeah, it's been a week, but that's all right. Oh, yeah, I like this guitar riff on this from this this cover, this take on the song. There we go. Okay. And delete silence. Okay. Okay, chop 19 seconds out. That's good. There we go. All right. Here we go. Now I have to pay attention.
Hey everybody, welcome to Nerd Overload, the pop and geek culture show that's ready to party. It's ready and hopes you bring lots of spaghetti. I'm Cody.
I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Samantha.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Samantha.
We have a great show for you this week. We have a bunch of news to talk about, a couple of movie trailers, some video game news. We're going to talk about Pokemon Sleep, my favorite. My favorite thing to do.
When
Pokemon
you're with
and
us,
sleep.
The fun never ends.
That's right. I just had a flash of the Garfield. Right. I just had a flash of the Garfield and Friends theme song in my head.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. Okay, good.
Doing.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I thought I was having a stroke for a second, but instead, no.
No, it's Garfield.
It's
and Friends.
Garfield and Friends. But first, let's go ahead and get into. But first, let's go ahead and get into some of our check it outs.
Check it out!
Oh, I waited too long. I thought I had a clip, but I waited too long.
I feel like Garfield and Friends is one of those theme songs that everybody knows the words to.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of how much they actually like Garfield and Friends.
I can't visualize the words, but once the song plays, I will be able to sing every note. Or
That's,
say
that's
every
how I
word.
am with a lot of songs, period.
Yeah.
Like, I can sit there and go, if it's playing, I'm like,
So what you're saying is you check. All right. Okay, we're just gonna drop that over here. I don't need to look at my little animated face while I'm doing this. So what you're saying is you
There you go.
checked out Garfield and Friends, the
Well, I
seminal
mean-
cartoon classic.
I mean, I listened to a podcast about it today.
Okay, yeah.
I listened to an episode of What a Cartoon about,
okay,
about
yeah.
Garfield and Friends, and that's why I had the theme song on my brain.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I think I preferred the and Friends to the Garfield part.
Really?
segment.
U.S. Acres?
You like the U.S. Acres, guys?
But I also haven't watched it since I was a wee little lad.
That might be why.
That could be, yeah. U.S. Acres was always okay as a nice break from the Garfield, but Garfield was really the star of the show.
Yeah.
Nice break from the Garfield, but Garfield was really the star of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best part is like the little quip that he says after the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
There's like some real good ones of that.
There's some good stuff, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Garfield and Friends. Stuff, yeah. Okay. Garfield and Friends are Heathcliff, the cartoon. Heathcliff, the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon Garfield, the newspaper
Oh, yeah.
comic strip Heathcliff, all day, every day.
Accurate, accurate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, but the Garfield doesn't have the Cadillac cats though.
That's true. He doesn't have the Cadillac cats, but he has Nermal, and he always sends them to Abu Dhabi
True.
every time.
Okay, what have we been?
To Abu Dhabi.
True. Okay, what have we been checking out?
What have we been checking
for
out?
real?
Okay, I have been playing some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Finally started on it the other day, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. It needs some work, but it's not bad.
I enjoyed my time with it.
I wish they would have used a few more of the features that they did in Pokemon Arceus.
Everyone does.
Yeah. The biggest one, honestly, is, well, the two biggest ones. The fact... Right. The two biggest ones. The fact, the idea
Gotta
that
chop
you can
out
catch
all those
Pokemon
uhs and
without battling,
ums.
I wish that transferred over. I really, really do.
And just the stealth stuff. It doesn't
stealth-
really work hardly. Yeah, like you can
I never-
kind of do it,
you
but
can
not
crouch,
really.
but it's not really anything.
Yeah.
The other thing that I kind of wish that they had copied over from Arceus pretended to be an open world game, but Arceus pretended to be an open world game, but it really wasn't because it had zones. I wish this game had zones.
I mean, it's split up that way anyway.
It's
They
split up
might
that
as
way
well have.
anyway, but then you run into the issue that I did, where I ended up in an area that was way over my head and had a heck of a time getting back from it.
I like that. Some of that to a point. Like that. Some of that to a. I like some of that. Like that to a point because I ended up
There we
doing a
go.
couple things out of order that were a little more challenging. Than
Get to
the
see how the
normal
sausage
games.
is made when it comes
but
to
it was
making a
also
podcast.
frustrating when I
You're
just
joining
wanna
me.
kinda play
This is a kind of a
game for a
chill
little bit.
end of the week
I don't like
wind
being
down
railroaded,
stream.
but I
We're just
do
kind
wish
of
it
hanging
had a
out,
little-
get a little work done here.
Just a
so
fraction, just a
thanks for joining.
piss more structure to it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking about like way too hard. I'm talking about like maybe a couple levels above me kind of hard.
Oh, I went in the absolute wrong direction and ended up at a gym that was incredibly high level, and all the Pokemon around it were also incredibly high level, and I kept dying trying to get back from that level
And,
because I went to a Poke Center near there by
when
accident.
you do that, is it even really open world at that point?
It's not.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can go there, sure, but you can't do anything.
You can't do anything.
So what's the
you
point?
you can flounder. You can
Yeah.
flounder and get mad, and that's what I did. I floundered and got mad.
You can waste potions and time.
Yeah.
The other thing I did was I watched a couple of low budget action movies that can both be found for free on YouTube. I watched a couple of low budget action movies that can both be found. I watched a couple of low budget action movies that can both
There we
be
go.
found for free on YouTube. Fight of Fury. On YouTube, Fight of Fury, starring Kung Fu action, starring Kung Fu action star Shuni B. Fury, starring Kung Fu action star Shuni B.
That sounds familiar.
Shuni B.
That sounds familiar.
Shuni B.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's made it onto a lot of like modern day bad movie lists. It is terrible. 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 Poor act. Terrible. Poor acting. Terrible. Poor acting.
There we go.
Everything was shot without sound, and everything was 80 yard in. And the editor, also Shuni B, he karate chopped the film until editing happened. He made the weird choice to put a heavy reverb on every line of dialogue, whether the actors are indoors, outdoors, anything, like doors, anything. Like, I can understand being in like a warehouse or something, you want to put a little bit of a reverb on a voice,
Like
so
an
it's just
echo,
an
yeah.
echo, something like that. But everything is just so. It sounds like you're talking in a tunnel.
It's probably
Talking. It sounds like you're talking. It sounds like you're talking in a. It sounds like he's talking in a tunnel.
it's probably the one
Yeah,
mic
it's
they
alright.
probably had.
Yeah. Well,
They had like a shotgun mic on the camera.
but it's weird. No, they didn't record any of the sound when they were doing the thing. Everything was 80 yard in afterwards. So it was a conscious choice to add a reverb to every line of dialogue.
Every time I think of like heavy reverb, all I think of is the death sound from the NES game Kung Fu.
Yeah. The other one I watched is a low budget. This is one of those. They know it's a joke and they purposely made a bad movie. Which I typically don't like. Like Commando Ninja.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
It's only an hour long, and I'm glad, because any more and it would be unbearable to watch. It was riding that line.
It was writing that
There's
line.
a guy
It was
who
right
is a
there.
robot. There's a guy who is a commando, commando from the Vietnam War, who also is trained in ninjutsu. He throws exploding shurikens and has a Gatling gun on one arm and a samurai sword on the other, and it's a white guy. It's just a white guy doing it. It's not even like an in-shape white guy. It's like they filmed it in their backyard and the park across the street from their apartment complex.
Oh, I really need to invest in some decent pop filters. I'm getting tired of
From their apartment complex.
cutting out
That's
my pops.
all it
I get
is.
too close to the mic.
But but there is a little bit of charm to it, and they're making fun, and they're making fun of. It's almost like Kung Fury, but just not with that level of special effects.
Where am I? You're in Viking times. That explains the Velociraptors.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot. It's a lot of non sequiturs like that.
I love Kung Fury.
I will say I'm glad that they used primarily squibs instead of digital blood effects.
Digital blood looks like garbage.
It looks like and using
Like all that
taking
stuff
the extra,
that Neil Bream does.
Oh god. Well, Neil Breen is on a completely other level. Complete other
we
level.
don't need to go down that hole again.
Not until Cade, the Tortured Crossing,
comes
out, and you all are going to watch it.
Not until you can PayPal Neil Breen $20 so he can burn you a copy of this film.
Put it on a CDR. an unlabeled CDR in a jewel case. Send it through the mail. All right, well, that's what I've been doing. So what have you guys been up to this week?
Well, during our time off,
We
time
took last
off,
week
I
off is what's going on.
contracted COVID again, so I had time on my hands.
You did.
I did. So I watched a few anime series. That's not My Hero or something else.
We did finish Spy Family finally.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I love that show
Yeah.
so much. So much.
It didn't. I figured it would go out on a big cliffhanger with some big story thing, but it didn't.
Well, I think they're kind of setting up like the big thing, like where Lloyd's actually going to like actually start focusing.
Yeah.
But I love that show. It's so cute, and I love it. I love everything about it.
I think there's one episode where they.
So cute, and I love it. I love everything about it.
I think there's.
It's so cute, and I love it.
I think there's one episode where they get a hold of these gaudy rings, and they say something offhand about giving them to the handler lady, and then for the rest of the series, she's wearing them. And it's just that little detail.
I need to watch
is so
this show.
good.
I haven't. I
Also,
don't.
I hate,
admittedly, don't watch a whole lot of anime. So
I hate Agent. Also, I hate. Also, I hate Agent. Also, I hate Agent.
Oh,
What's
her name?
So I hate Agent. What's her name? Winter or whatever her name. What's her name? Winter or whatever her name is. Something
Frost?
something like that. Yeah, the white-haired one.
Yeah, I don't. She's at least better than Yuri.
Oh yeah, I hate Yuri.
there we go.
Oh yeah, I hate Yuri. I don't like Yor's brother.
Yeah, the tennis arc was fun. There was just 2 episodes that was a tennis tournament.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, they had to pretend to be this other couple, like Lloyd and his.
It's a good way to wrap up
spy
the week.
partner,
Just do a little
or
edit,
another
mindless
agent from
editing
his
here.
agency or whatever. Had to pretend to be a couple.
And their last name was Phony.
Yeah, that was
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
Their last name was Phony. I was
Nice.
like,
I
think I
that's
need
a
to buy a
funny detail. I
compressor.
like that.
Like a physical compressor for the show, because I just can't get our vocals nailed down correctly. Like we go from mumble to loud, back and forth, and it's really difficult to do that. So I think I might look into some a compressor or something.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
the,
My-
yeah.
the
Their last
next-
name was Phony.
Next
I
part
was
of
like,
the
that's a funny
the
detail. I
studio
like that.
to be
But yeah,
to
I
be
love Spy
bought.
Family. It's probably one of my favorite. It's probably one of my favorite anime to come out in a long time.
Agree. Hard agree.
It's so wholesome. Like it could lean real hard into the stupid action stuff, but it doesn't. And I love that. Also, all the music, the openings and the closings are just great. Also, all the music, the openings and the closings are just great. Anyway, great. Anyway, so I watched 2 Netflix original animes. Both were really short, about 5-6 episodes or so. One was called Vampire in the. One was called Vampire in the Garden.
You don't want vampires there.
Okay. Garden.
You don't want vampires there.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's about a.
Thanks for no selling that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Nicolas Cage and Vampire's Kiss. What more do you need to say about
That's
it?
fair. That's fair. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
But it's in a post-apocalyptic world. Post-apocalyptic world where
Okay.
there was a virus, but instead of being like a disease, it caused vampirism.
A vampirus.
Yes, a vampirus.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
And so, and it's like, you know, what's, and it's like, and so, and it's like, what's, and so, what's left, so, and it's like, so, it's like what's left of humanity, and what the world they deal with vampires, but also deal with vampires. But
There we
also
go.
vampires themselves are kind of almost dying out too, because they're succumbing to
COVID.
not so much coming to
COVID.
not so much it's like a disease, but it's not. I mean, it's
Hmm.
it's where if they don't get enough blood, they kind of turn into like mindless monsters and they eventually die.
Ah.
They succumb to the beast. It's
Yeah, pretty much.
it's
Pretty much.
the masquerade.
Pretty much. And it's all pretty much. And it's also set in almost I mean, it's set in Russia. And it's also set in almost I mean, it's set in Russia. And it's also set in Russia. Pretty much. And it's also set in Russia.
Okay. Try this little trick I picked up here.
Set in Russia. So there's a very like Russian aesthetic to everything, like you know, czarist like era paintings on walls and things like that. It's very and things like that. It's very beautiful. And the big it's very beautiful. And the big it's very beautiful. And the big very beautiful. And the big selling point is a girl from the big selling point is a girl from the human city or whatever, civilization, whatever. She is the daughter of a high-ranking military general, whatever, and she gets entangled with this vampire queen who doesn't want to kill people. She just wants to dance and live her life and not drink blood,
Me
which is
too.
also making her sick.
I mean, goals, right, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys?
But it's basically kind of like a Romeo Juliet kind of story where they go run off together, and the two sides are like, you know, the two sides are coming. The two sides are like, you know, coming together to stop them or tear them apart or whatever. It's very beautifully done. It's a very good looking done. It's a very beautifully done. It's a very beautifully done. It's a very very beautifully done. It's very beautifully done. It's a very good-looking anime. Like I said, it's very short. Like I said, it's very good-looking anime. Like I said, it's very short, 6 episodes. Very short, 6 episodes. But I think it tells a very good story, and I really liked it. The other one I watched was called Eden, and it had more of a CGI, cel-shaded kind of look to it.
Man, some people hate. Man, some people hate that for some reason.
Oh, I know. People lose their minds over it. It's all right. I mean, it is kind of a disconnect when you go from like a more traditional looking one to that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an anime where I'm like, boy, this looks so much better CG than it would otherwise. But also, like, a lot of times the show just wouldn't even exist if they couldn't do it in CG.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. The CGI remake of Ghost in the Shell I did not care for. I really liked the original version.
yeah, they
Oh, with
didn't-
Scarlett Johansson.
No. I mean, yes, but not the remake of the original movie.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Then there was a Netflix series too that was all CG, and they made
Arise.
Yeah, they made the Major look like a
Kid.
anime high school girl.
Yeah, she looks like a. It's really awkward. Yeah. Also, the story in that one's not as good. It's good, but anyway, it's called. That one's not as good. Anyway, it's called Eden, and it's about another post-apocalyptic world where. Another post-apocalyptic.
Took too much out that time. Whoops. God, Kirby music is so good. I mean, it's simple, but it's good. Like Green Greens is like one of my favorite video game OST kind of things.
Another post-apocalyptic world where where robots are caring for the world, like they're growing crops, like, well, specifically in this one, apples.
Before you continue, that just kind of dawned on me. Before you continue, that just kind of dawned on me. They say media reflects the mood and thoughts of the time, and it's kind of interesting to me that in our post-COVID world, a lot of media is dealing with post-apocalyptic. With post-apocalyptic type situations. It's just kind of telling what is on the minds of most people.
Yeah, Back in the day, we had techno futures and and cyberpunk aesthetics. Now it's all, well, what if the world when humans are gone?
Well, yeah. I mean, even in the 70s, you had the anti-government, the government doesn't actually know what they're doing kind of situations. That was signs of the nuclear war. I mean, Cold War era stuff, and it's just kind of telling that we're getting a lot of post-apocalyptic. God, man, Sam, stop popping your peas, dude. Come on now. A lot of post-apocalyptic stuff. We've always had a little bit of that, but a lot. It's definitely more
active. It's definitely more active. Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Anyway, and so in this world, there are no humans. You don't know where they're at. It's not explained for a minute in the show. But the. But it's not explained for a minute. But these two robots find a pod device, whatever, that's open, whatever, that's open, and there's a human baby in it.
Oh,
And they,
This is that Ridley Scott show. A Ridley Scott show.
Not
on
quite.
HBO Max.
hey, I liked
wolves.
Raised by Wolves. Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it was interesting. I didn't hate it.
I don't think I ever actually, like, I got pretty far, but I'm not sure I actually finished the second
Yeah,
season.
same. We watched maybe 3 or 4 of them.
But it was a good show. I liked the show. But anyway, so they
Four of them.
it was a good show. I liked the show. But anyway, so they find this. They find this human baby and they decide to run away and raise it because they're, human. Because they're human art, human art. Because they're human artifacts. Because they're human artifacts.
Alright, I'll cut that
Because
one.
they're human artifacts and human things are seen as illegal by the operator of their society, I
This
guess.
isn't the one that's a fairy tale spinoff, is it?
No.
Okay. Good.
Nope. This is specifically its own thing. I mean, I called the twist pretty early on in the movie, but I mean, it's all right. It's cute. It's cute. The human girl reminds me a lot of she's kind of like a she's kind of like a Winry from like a Winry from like she builds things, she
Yeah.
tinkers. She's got weird mannerisms because she was raised by robots. 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 It's kind of funny. Like sometimes she'll say like something, and it's like a swear in like the robot language or whatever.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
And they're like Sarah, watch your language.
Bleep, bleep, bloop.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what the robot language is like. But it was another short 5-6 episode. So there's a giant mecha fight. Short 5-6 episode. There's a giant mecha fight that's pretty rad.
Nice.
But I it was cute. I liked it. And then we started watching Mob Psycho 100
I've heard good things.
from the creator of One Punch Man.
Oh, okay.
Which it's a very good series. We're in the 3rd season. I really, really like it.
Maybe that's what we should watch next.
Basically, the selling point of that, they really like it.
Maybe that's what we should watch next.
Basically, the selling.
That's what we should watch next.
Basically, the selling point of that show is you have this high schooler. His nickname is Mob. I haven't quite. His name is Mob. I haven't quite figured out why he's called Mob.
Oh, this is the psychic one.
Yeah,
Okay.
the psychic one that's not the Misadventures of Psychic-Key. Which was
okay,
another
you
one.
said a bunch of
On Netflix.
syllables?
Yeah, it was another Netflix
Oh, it's
one.
another one. Okay,
Yeah, it's a
one of
Netflix
those.
one where the guy's got pink hair and he's got these little devices on his head.
Oh, okay.
But Mob Psycho has the Japanese high schooler with the bowl cut.
Right, he looks like Saitama with a bowl.
Bowl cut.
Right, he looks like Saitama with a bowl cut.
Yeah, he looks like Simon with a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Because the guy is not
The best
not
artist.
The best artist.
No.
But that's fine.
That's
You're
fine.
allowed to be.
But
Yeah.
but he has psychic powers, and his whole thing is he doesn't know how to deal with them, and so he finds this guy who says he's a psychic / medium / evil spirit exorcist, in reality he's just a con man.
Mm-hmm.
But he tricks people into like he actually knows what he's doing. And anytime an actual threat comes up, of actual psychic level of threat, he's like, you know what, mob, this is a bit. Actual threat comes up of actual threat comes up of actual psychic level of threat. That comes up.
Trying something here.
Doing, and anytime an actual psychic level of threat. Time an actual psychic level of threat comes up of. He's like, you know what, mob, this is a bit beneath my skill. Actual psychic level.
There
of
we
threat
go.
Comes up. He's like, you know what, mob, this is a bit beneath my skill. Won't you take care of it as my apprentice?
Okay,
kind
so
of thing.
it's one of those. Gotcha.
It's that show Psych.
It is kind of psych. Yeah.
Show Psych.
It is kind of psych. Yeah, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but no, most of it.
Yeah.
Most of it is not even so much like Mob using his power. It's not even so much like Mob using his powers. It's not even so much like Mob using his powers. Is he runs into these other psychics and stuff that think they're, you know, power. They're, you know, that think they're power. Psychics and stuff that think they're powerful all beings that think they're powerful all they're powerful very powerful psychics and stuff that think they're powerful all beings.
All right. Let's see if I can fix this a little bit.
Think they're powerful all beings. Or
That
whatever,
sounds
'cause
all
they
right.
have
That
these
sounds
powers.
okay.
He defeats them with one punch.
No, he defeats them with a positive
I was
attitude.
gonna say crying.
No, he's not Deku.
Okay.
But no, you know, with basic. But no, you know, with basically, a positive attitude of him trying to find his place in the world and actually have friends and enjoy the life that he wants, whether he had these powers or not.
Gotcha.
And there's a whole lot of like positive powers or not. And there's a whole lot of like positivity to it, and it just makes me feel good watching it. Like he joins this club called like the Psychic Finders Club or whatever, and this led by this girl who wants to find other psychics and document them. But at the same time, this other club tries to take their club room, and they're a fitness club called the Body Improvement Club. So he actually ends up accidentally joining both.
Oh, interesting.
But he wants to improve himself, so that's why he's part of the Body Improvement Club. And all the guys in there are like JoJo level jack dudes, but they're also so positive, and they're always lifting Mob up,
Oh.
like emotionally. They're like,
And
you know,
physically.
Yeah, well, yes, and physically, yeah. Like they'll go on runs, and they'll pick him up on his shoulders, and they're like, "Yeah, you did it, bud," you know, kind of stuff.
Okay. Well,
It's
that's cool.
Yeah, you did it, bud.
That's cool that the power of positivity.
Oh, it's
defeats
super good,
all.
and I love it, and it's such
Yeah,
a
it's
great
kinda
show.
cool. Yeah.
It's nice having an anime protagonist. Having an anime nice having an it's nice having an anime it's nice having an anime protagonist. Yeah, he is kind of all powerful, but he's not like, you know, he's not like thinking he's the god of this world, or not like thinking he's the god of this world or whatever.
It's another deconstruction of the shonen protagonist,
Right.
just like One Punch Man. is.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Boy, we're getting a lot of
That's
DK
cool.
music
Right on.
tonight. That's awesome.
And other than that, been playing God of War Ragnarok. I'm like a couple hours in,
Okay, cool.
and it made me sad first 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
First 2 minutes.
I've played through all of Atomic Heart, the new like immersive sim.
Bioshock-esque.
Bioshock-esque, yeah.
Retro future, retro Soviet Union.
Yeah, it takes place in an alternate history where the Soviet Union has become incredibly technically advanced and they have a bunch of robots.
But it still has like that 1950s.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but Soviet.
To it.
Yeah, but Soviet, not like Bioshock, so it's different.
Or Fallout.
But it's weird because
Or Fallout.
it's
Or Fallout.
it's weird because tonally it doesn't know what it wants. It doesn't know what it wants. It wants to know what it wants. It wants to tell kind of a serious Bioshock story, but also the main character is just awful. So the main character is just awful. It's one of the worst written like main characters in any game I've ever played.
Really?
Well, he's also like, he's also like, he's an agent of the state. He's a KGB agent, and he's like, the agent, and he's pro-government G-man. B agent, and he's like pro-government. Agent, and he's like pro-government G-man.
Well, he has a catchphrase he says all the time, crispy. Says all the time, crispy critters.
Oh.
Which I don't know why or what.
Yeah.
I
Especially
looked-
since the main the things you fight are just robots.
yeah, it's
The main things you. The main things you fight are just robots.
yeah,
There
it's
we
all
go.
robots.
They're not even critters. They're just robots.
But he says it a lot.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently it's this game is made by apparently it's it a lot. Apparently this game is made by Russians.
Yeah.
And apparently, if he in the Russian version, he says like a Russian nonsense, like
Phrase.
nonsense
Phrase.
exclamation
Oh, okay.
phrase that does not translate.
Hmm.
And apparently, they thought that crispy critters was a good,
Well, it is
a
a
good
nonsense
substitute.
phrase.
It is.
Yeah.
but it also just really sucks. and they try to make him sound like kind of like. I guess he's supposed to be like a pastiche of an action character guy, but
Okay.
it just comes off as like a bad action
Well,
character guy.
in the live action American commercials for it, they got frickin' what's his face? They got what's his? They got what? They got what's his? They got what's his face from Supernatural to play live action American commercials for it. They got what's his face from
A little more off the top there.
for it. They got what's his face from Supernatural to play the one who plays Dean, Jason Ackles or whatever his name is. Ackles or whatever his name is.
Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, plays the live action version of the
I
guy
can-
in the commercial.
I can see that.
Eh.
And he doesn't even try to like use an accent or anything in the commercial. They're just like, this
Yeah,
little
he-
girl's like, how are we gonna fight the robots? And he has like a baseball bat covered in like circular saw blades and barbed wire. Bat covered in like circular saw blades and barbed wire. I know it is, but yeah, he just bashes things in a room.
I mean, but the story's
In a room.
but
Things in a room.
but the story's interesting.
Things in a room.
But the story's interesting, and it's a lot of back and forth about humanity being made into a collective hive mind situation, and the ethics of that. But it also wants you to not take it seriously sometimes.
Gotcha.
Also, everyone's all thirsty about those robot twins.
Oh yes, the twins, left and right.
Yeah, they're all part of the marketing images and stuff, and a lot of people have been talking about it online because the way they're done and the hairstyle they chose to give them is a they think it's a slight against a Ukrainian public official. This woman who has the exact same hairstyle. Yeah. Hairstyle.
Well,
Yeah, it makes you feel funny, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit above our pay grade on this show, I think. Yeah.
But like, it's fun enough to play.
Yeah.
So it's fun enough to play.
Yeah.
So it's fun enough.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
There we go. Yeah.
So it's fun enough to play. It's worth a playthrough. Like, there's a lot of worth a playthrough. Like, there's a lot of things. Playthrough. Like, there's a lot of things. Through. Like, there's a lot of things you can say about it, and things that don't work, or things that do work, and it's a big mishmash of people not agreeing. Mishmash of people not agreeing what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, it's been reviewing all over the place because it really depends.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It really depends on what you're looking for, but like, at least it's interesting. That's what I had to say about it. It's a lot of things, but at least it's interesting, which is more than you can say about a lot of games.
A lot
that
of
come
stuff.
out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, right on. Well, right on.
I would suggest, not paying for it outright. Not paying for it outright, though.
Yeah, I played it on Game Pass, so it was.
I would suggest, not paying for it outright. I would suggest not paying for it outright, though.
Yeah, I played it on Game Pass, so it was already bought and paid for by my friends at Microsoft.
Well, there we go. All right, well, hey, let's go ahead and take a break. Well, there we go. All right, well, hey, let's go ahead and take a break here, and when we come back, we are going to get into some news. Okay, so we have the first half done. The levels are all over the place, so we are going to let's see. The first thing I want to do is maybe normalize to 3. We'll see how this goes. This might be awful. The reverb. Okay, that actually didn't do much of anything. Did I I just put something back in? I did. There we go. All right, we're gonna save it here. So if I screw this up, we can roll it back. Because I usually don't put this much time and effort into it, but I need to compress it a little bit, or compressor. Raise vocals, maybe. We'll try it. We'll see what happens with this. This might be bad. Who knows? We're figuring it out as we go. I do think I'm going to play a little bit of a round of Vampire Survivor between the first and second break, just to kind of take a short break. You know, got to put the fun in with the work. You know. And now I do my own compression. Can already see a couple spots that might be a little weird, but we'll see what happens with it. There we go. That actually it doesn't look too bad. Let's see what happens here.
Why I had the theme song on my brain.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I think I preferred the "and friends."
Oh, I waited too long. Oh, I waited too long. I thought I had a clip, but I waited. Pokemon and Sleep
the fun
of special effects.
With vampires, but also,
better CG than
and so he finds this guy who says
shonen protagonist.
Right.
Sound like kind of like
in hairstyle.
That's actually not too bad.
Yeah,
That's
it
actually
makes
kinda
you
like
feel
that.
fun.
Okay.
Paying for it outright though.
yeah. I played it on Game Pass, so it was already bought and paid for by my friends at Microsoft.
Well, there we go. All right, well, hey, let's go ahead and take a break here, and when we come back, we are going to get into some news. Okay, that actually is not bad, so I'm going to keep that, and we'll save that there. Let me grab my controller, because we're going to do a round of Vampire Survivor. Okay. And luckily, I have it right here. Let's see. I've been playing a bit of it, so oh gosh. I think we're gonna go with Miang. And let's you know what? I need to do the Capella Magna. We actually need to start moving ahead with some of this stuff. The stage below. The sea, underwater moon, You know what? We need to go ahead and do that. Wrong button. Okay, let's see what she had. Her thing goes with. You know what? I need to get through it, so we might actually do healing. Let's get some of the weird ones. Grimoire. So it's been a week or so since I played. So I need the heart, candelabra, and the spinach. Okay.
There we go. Some levels here. I like having less cooldown. Okay, where do I need to go? I need to go south on the map. Okay, I can go south on the map. That's fine. Spinach is one that I need. I need the candelabra door. Rolla, okay. Means I can get the garlic if I see it. It's good because I like just bopping, running right into stuff. Two more projectiles. Ooh, big bats. Okay. Let's see. Candelabra door goes with axe, so we'll go ahead and get that one just to have it, just to start beefing up some weapons. Let's see. You know what? We're going to get lightning because I think there's a duplicator on this duplicator ring. So that'll be good to have. Ooh, some money. Nice. More axe. Yep, got that. Good deal. Let's see, we're getting close to some stuff, I think. Okay, we'll use that. Go ahead and do that. That's fine. close. Don't play this level much. Just, well, I mean, I haven't played it at all on PC, but I don't play it much on the phone version, just because, you know, I can farm the earlier levels much better, I guess. Okay, actually, this guy should be up here somewhere. Ooh, it's a big bat. Nice. Okay. Yeah, might as well go ahead and get it. Why not? Okay. Actually need to go ahead and get those last two passives. There we go. There we go. I don't. Do I really need the crown? No, I need more attack up. This is like an end game kind of thing, a little bit. Good music, man. Random select on this Street Fighter playlist is, or not Street Fighter. Well, it is Street Fighter now. Smash Brothers playlist is actually turning out pretty okay tonight. Let's see. Yeah, Silver Wing up. Why not? This area up. It's fine. Alright, what do we got? More axe? We'll take more axe. That's fine. More axe is okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Silver Wind. More axe. You know, if I had a... I'm projectile heavy. If I had a projectile up... I don't like any of those. So we're gonna skip it. Keep a little bit of XP and move on. Okay. Here we go. Lock the door, why not? Duration. Yeah, why not? That'll be good for when I get the garlic, I think. If I had the bracer, that would actually be pretty nice. Okay. I think that means I can level this guy up. No? Okay. Oh, that's right. The DLC ones, you need the passives to be up all the way as well. Forgot about that. That's fine. More lightning. Why not? Speed would be nice. The bracer would be excellent, I think. Then I could go ahead and get the duplicator, get more things on screen. There we go. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Need to do more damage. That's fine. Bracer. Okay, so we're good. Let us move on. So now I need to get the question mark at the bottom. Oh, and we get some XP here. That's nice. Perfect timing. Okay, take it. What do I have? Yeah, I'll just get more of these. Why not? Couple of replays will be nice. I'm not really paying much attention to it tonight, so. Alright, I gotta start. I gotta move. Okay, what do we got? A bunch of extra stuff. That's fine. I'll go with that. You know what? We're not going to be getting these tonight. Or this run, so There we go. Could use some of these. One more projectile. That'll be nice. One of those. Oh, steal at strike with combo attack. We'll get that one this time around. Character. Yeah, why not? That. Getting close. Ah, perfect. That is exactly what I was looking for. All right. Okay, more strength. I like it. It's down a little further. Oh, right there. Okay. Okay, who do I get? Oh, this is the one with the powered up whip. Okay. Okay. They'll pass. Okay. Cool. Okay, I need to start getting some level up versions of stuff. Is it up? It might be back up the other direction. Okay, we can do that. Paul is actually good for moving upwards in a stage. So that's kind of nice. Go back and try to collect a few of these XP gems on my way up. There we go. Okay, seasons, very good. Garlic up, why not?
Still a ways. That's okay. Not much can touch me right now, so that's okay. Okay, getting there. Move a groovin'. Here we go. Oh, I finally found a guy that can kind of hurt me a little bit. And immediately he's dead. Still moving. This might get a little difficult here. I might have to stop and try to level up a little bit. Getting there. I need that health, I think. There. Ah, all right. Just keep going. It's all right. Ring. Don't have any of those. 50 between negative 50 and plus 50. Now, I guess it's going to be that one. Okay. There we go. Got something. Okay, that is an extra explosion. I like it. There we go. Now we're getting some stuff done. Okay, are we ready for some levels? Here we go! Oh, okay, I guess that was only a couple. Well, that's alright. I needed them. I just need a couple of chests to pop up. That would be nice. Oh, not banish. Not banish. Not banish. What the heck? There we go. Always gold. Always gold. Couple of boxes would be nice.
Okay, that's right. Okay, we'll just kind of sit here for a minute, I think. Actually, no, that's boring. We'll keep moving. I'm not missing really much of anything on this map, am I? No, I'm not really. Got these little guys coming, that's cool. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. There we go. Oh, a bunch of big guys. Okay. Yeah, that works. Still can't get close to me. That's okay. That's okay. We got a minute left on this guy, on this stage, and then we'll be set. There we go. There we go. There we go. 30 seconds. We got this. And there's death. Ah, quit. Okay, unlocked Hyper. Got the new character and Hyper. Okay. Unlocked. Back. Unlocks. Okay, gotta get 15 minutes with that one. Gotta get the magic banger. Okay. Wizard, yellow sign. All relics from all stages. Okay. It's a really easy way to get that one, and I'll do it eventually. 6,000 stage killers. Final enemy in Capella Magna. 50 to Mario. We still got a ways to go on this. That's all right. 1.0 fireworks. Okay. One of those left. Bracelets. Okay. I can get that one eventually. Get that one eventually. Kappa. Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a quick break. Game just died, so I'm gonna take a quick break and then come back and we'll finish up editing the podcast and then might do a little more. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, we're back. All right. We're going to go ahead and jump back into this editing. We're going to get the second half of the show done. I am lagging a little bit. That's weird. All right. Anyway, whatever. All right. It's good to hydrate, kids. Make sure you drink your water. It's good for you. Or so I have been told. Twitch stats, so I can see that how many of you, all the thousands and hundreds of thousands of you are listening right now. All of you, all millions of you, in fact. Holy cow! Biggest stream ever to date ever. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go ahead and jump back in and have a little more fun with podcast editing. So let's see.
Kongland, a game for
All right, so in rebuilding the entire office, I totally fucked up the...
Yeah, knock him out the box, Luke.
Okay. Okay. Hey, we are back from... Okay, so let's do this. Entire file. Okay. If you're just joining me, my stream died for some reason, but I'm back, and we're going to go ahead and do the second half of the podcast. And then, who knows? We might stream for a little longer. We might not. I don't know. Let's see, just see how we feel. It's kind of a long week, and having a chill time sounds like a good time. So, you know, thanks for joining.
wet tongue on the back of your head. Oh.
Ugh. Boy, I really hope that this is not doubling all the musical audio from both the from two channels. I hope this doesn't sound like crap. That would be kind of embarrassing. Okay, and then silence. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I know I'm not the most entertaining streamer out there, and that's fine. Sometimes you're just a little worn down, but you gotta stay consistent with the streaming, you know? You know what I mean? It's about midnight here, and I've had a very long day, and not a lot of it involved sleep, so... Okay. So let's see where we're at with this. Okay. Hey, we are back from the break. Let's go ahead and get into some news.
If you crave satisfaction, this is the place to find that action.
That's a good one. That's
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
that's a good clip. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's a good one.
I needed to put some kind of Rudy Ray Moore onto the
Well,
onto
of course,
the board.
Of course.
And-
Well,
onto
of course,
the board.
Of course.
And Rudy Ray Moore
Well,
onto
of course,
the board.
Of course.
And there is so few that I could actually choose and be allowed to.
yeah. yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about some news. So we have a bunch of video game stuff to go over, but I think what we're going to do first is knock out a couple of these movie trailers. Just, because they're worth talking about too. The first one we have here is The Machine, which when I first heard about this movie, I was not interested in the least.
No, not really.
Yeah, so there is a stand-up comedian. You might have seen him on the TikTok or possibly
Facebook or social
Facebook,
media.
some kind of social media about Bert Kirshner, who his whole stand-up career is based around this one anecdote he had about maybe possibly accidentally falling in with the Russian mafia during a college trip to Russia, in which he could only call him say "I am the machine" in Russian to Russia, in which he could only call him say crap. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. Machine, just,
No, not real.
bunch of video game stuff to go over, but I think what
No, not real.
yeah, so they're interested in the least.
No, not real.
Yeah, so there is a stand-up comedian. You might have maybe possibly accidentally followed "I am the machine" in Russian, in which he could say excuse me. Oh my gosh. All right. A college trip to Russia, in which he could say "I am the machine" in Russian, and these mafia people college trip to Russia, and these mafia people apparently, allegedly let him party with them.
Well, they had according to his story, they for security on their college trip, they had a
Russian mob,
basically a local thug.
a local thug,
They had a
Russian mob,
basically a local thug,
a local thug.
kind of like hanging out with them, and he got in buddy with them, and he got in buddy them, and he got with them, and he got in hanging out with them, and he got in buddy with them, and it turned into a drinking fest, and then debauchery happened.
Right.
That's the whole story.
And of course, a lot of it is blown out of proportion because that's what comedians
Yeah.
do.
That's
Also,
why
that's
comedy.
that's his whole bit. He yells and doesn't wear a shirt.
And yells and doesn't wear a
That's
shirt,
his whole
yes.
stand-up career.
Yes. Well, they announced that they were going to be making a movie called The Machine about this stand-up comedy act, and I'm like, how could no? Why? That seems kind of lame and dumb. I mean, I get it. Dumb. I mean, I get it. It's this guy's one thing, but
It's like making a "You Might Be a Redneck" movie.
yeah. Right. Exactly. But as it turns out, this movie is a fictionalized take on the future ramifications of being the machine.
Yeah, years later, a person from Russia comes back looking for him for some slight that happened back then, and Brett and his dad, played by Mark Hamill,
By Mark Hamill, yes.
have to get into some like hangover-esque shenanigans.
Mark
and
Hamill, which is like 70% of why this movie looks good.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, it's Mark Hamill.
At one point, he does the Joker voice.
I mean, it's Mark Hamill.
He can't not do the Joker voice.
I don't think
at
he
this
could turn
point.
it off anymore. It's just so ingrained into his personality.
But it made a topic that I had no interest in seem kind of fun and interesting.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
like-
in.
It's like, okay, all right, we're leaning into it now.
Yeah, I just like the concept of like this Russian femme fatale showing up at his son's birthday party.
Yeah.
We have to go back to Russia.
Yeah. You stole something during your night of drinking with with the Russian mob, and now you have to go back and make it right. That's the whole bit. Right.
Will it be good? I don't know.
Make it right.
Will it be good? I don't know.
I don't
Apparently
know.
Cocaine Bear is, so who knows? Anything can happen.
I so want to see Cocaine Bear.
It's apparently pretty good.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things. But forget all of that. Let me tell you about Paint. Let me talk. Forget all of that. Let me tell you about Paint. Let me tell you about Paint. About Paint. We accidentally fell into this trailer.
Yeah.
We were looking for stuff for the show. We ended up not doing a show last week, but we were looking for stuff for the show and accidentally found a trailer for a upcoming movie called Paint, in which, I mean, it's very P.T. Anderson-esque, very kind of folksy, kind of quirky.
You mean Wes Anderson?
Wes Anderson.
Oh yeah, which one's P.T.?
Is he the one that does the Resident?
Which one's P.T.?
Is he the one that does the Resident Evil movie?
Yeah, you're right. It's not the Resident. Okay, the opposite.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson is
Who
the
does
one
those,
I meant.
those quirky movies?
the quirky comedy man P.T. Anderson. With those classic comedies, Resident Evil,
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter,
And Mortal Kombat.
the quirky comedy, yes. But no,
Oh my god!
Get over here
I would
for
watch,
fun.
Can you imagine a Wes Anderson Mortal Kombat movie?
oh man,
That'd be so good.
It'd be so great.
Finish him. Should I really? Yeah.
But this quirky comedy stars Owen Wilson as
A very on the nose. A very on the nose.
he's basically Bob
Bob
Ross.
Ross.
He's basically Bob
Bob
Ross.
Ross.
He's basically Bob Ross.
But he's almost more like
Basically Bob Ross. Basically Bob Ross.
But he's almost more like a dark Bob Ross. Though.
Well, it's his on-screen persona is
Bob
the Bob
Ross.
Ross. He has the afro. He paints the happy trees, and the whole thing is about how he lets the fame of being a public television painter go to his head, and then someone kind of steps in and becomes more popular than him.
and then he doesn't deal with it well.
But he deals with it very calmly, just not well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Owen Wilson has the voice. He's almost doing the wow voice, which I mean I get is his
It's
voice.
It's his bit.
Well,
yeah.
it's his voice.
Well, yeah.
But he's very, very subdued. Very, yeah. It's
He drives a van with an airbrush wizard on the side while smoking a pipe.
yeah. He had. It's so good. It looks so good.
Honestly, honestly, it would have. Honestly, it would have been me. It would have been. Honestly, it would have been me, like in the early 2000s, if I had a van.
It's been a long time since we've had like a quirky indie comedy.
Yeah,
Like, it's
and I'm
about
in.
time.
And I think Rosario Dawson plays the secondary painter. The secondary painter that comes along and
yeah.
makes things adds conflict to the story.
Or get yeah. Well, technically, I guess the executives make the conflict in the story.
Right, but
But anyway,
yeah, but it looks good. It just looks like a good, fun, quirky, weird movie that I'm totally in for.
yeah. I mean, I'll watch it. I mean, maybe not in theater, but I'll watch it. I'm sure I'll come around to it sometime, like I did Napoleon or something.
it has Napoleon Dynamite vibes a little
Yeah,
bit.
kinda. It's
I feel like
It's
a
not
lot
as
of
surreal.
I feel like a
as-
lot of those quirky like do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks like the Royal Tenenbaums, which is a Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
I got it right this time. Wes Anderson. And Wes Anderson. The Royal Tenenbaums Mortal Kombat
What
cross.
was,
Bill Murray's
What was that?
as
What-
Raiden.
Yeah.
How has my mind blanking on that?
Yeah.
How has my mind blanking on that one guy that's always in it? Jason Scott Pilgrim.
Oh.
How has my mind blanking on that one?
Schwartzman.
Yeah.
Jason
Schwartzman.
Schwartzman.
This could have very easily. If Jason Schwartzman shows up in this somewhere, I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
He would be a good Johnny Cage in Wes Anderson's
He kind of
Mortal
would.
Kombat.
Yeah. Yeah. So would you put the Gwyneth Paltrow as Sonya Blade?
Sonya Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who's our Liu Kang? That's all we have left.
Uh,
Ben Stiller.
No.
But he's in all of those,
yeah.
and he's not above race bending for roles.
I was just gonna say Randall Park.
Oh, Randall Park would be really good.
I mean, I
No,
don't think
yeah.
he's been in a Wes Anderson
But
movie,
he seems
now-
like the type.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
I love Randall Park,
Yeah.
especially when he does close-up magic. You know, did you see he's gonna be in Thunderbolts?
Oh, I mean, good.
Cool.
I like him, and
Thunderbolts?
I mean, good.
Cool.
I like him, and Marvel needs to do something
No.
to make me interested.
Sorry, not in Randall Park. No, it's Steve Thunderbolt. That's my bad.
Well, still, he's
Um,
also a good actor.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish it was
Glenn-
Randall Park.
Yeah.
You-
Well,
you got
I
my
mean,
hopes up for
Yeah.
nothing, Josh.
I'm sorry.
He was in Ant-Man for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Oh.
already in Marvel.
I have heard mixed reviews of Ant-Man. Ant-Man.
I don't know why it's been reviewing so poorly, because it's not bad.
Is this the beginning of the widespread super? Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Give me a sec. Excuse me. All right, back at it. The beginning of the widespread superhero fatigue. Like everything post Endgame up to this point was maybe like the embers, and now this is like the first big ugh.
But it was better than the movies were. It was.
I don't know. Wakanda Forever is really good.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as Wakanda Forever, but it was. Poopy Thor and.
I like Thor: Love and Thunder. Thank you.
Meh.
Don't you man me.
And Doctor Strange wasn't bad, but it was better than Doctor Strange.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Well, we've discussed this to death. I'm in that superhero fatigue where I just don't. I just don't have the energy for it right now. I wish I did, and it makes me sad because 10 years ago, heck, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, the Sam would be like, "Oh my god, I have to watch all of these opening night. Holy crap!"
We did,
and we
for
did.
a minute.
We
I
did.
still do.
Yeah.
Well,
but I
yeah,
just
you
can't.
do. You
Ah,
have the opportunity to.
yeah.
Or at least I
Uh,
don't.
But anyway, let's.
Yeah, more news.
But
More
yeah,
news.
Ant-Man though it's
We don't. Or at least I
Uh,
don't.
But anyway, let's.
Yeah, more news.
but yeah,
more news.
Ant-Man though is
We don't.
News.
Ant-Man though. Man,
What is this? This is Nirvana. We're gonna next track. There we go.
We don't.
News.
Ant-Man though it's I lost my train of thought. It's I lost my train of thought.
News.
Ant-Man. It's not even the one. It's not even one of the worst ones.
Okay. Well, that's that's good to know. All right.
It's
Sorry.
definitely not Eternal. That's what.
It's definitely okay. All right, that's good. I gotta cut some time
Eternals
out of
is
here,
the worst
so.
one, right?
Oh yeah. Eternals is pretty bad.
Thor 2 or Eternals?
Oh, Eternals. It's at the end, Kumail Nanjiani's character just leaves. He literally, like, when they're getting ready for the big fight at the end, he just goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out," and then he does. And he doesn't show up. And they thought that was okay, I guess, for the movie.
He got so ripped just for that?
Yeah, just so he could leave at the end.
Oh,
So, yeah, he got so ripped so he could play a guy on Obi-Wan.
All right, a couple more. 32 minutes. Okay, that's not bad.
Dude,
Yeah.
we don't.
All right, a couple more things. Yeah.
We don't.
All right, a couple more things here before we get into the games. Apparently, they're making more Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, Warner Brothers / Discovery has said, "Hey, we're making new Lord of the Rings movies." Lord of the Rings movies. Out of what? I don't know because they've mined,
The Moria.
the
Moria.
the
Got all the
a
Moria.
mine. That's a reference from the movie. Anyway,
Okay.
about more. Anyway, so I don't know how this is gonna work because pretty much whatever they could pull out the Silmarillion, they've pretty much pulled to fill in, to pad out the extended editions of The Lord of the Rings and the 3 Hobbit movies, even though we didn't need 3.
Did I tell you some guy made a cut of The Hobbit where he took out all of the chuff and stitched 3 movies into one 2.5-hour movie? And it works.
I'm sure it does because the production of the Hobbit movies is so because the first because the first because the production because the production of the Hobbit movies is so stupid.
Yeah.
Because they filmed the first movie not even knowing they're doing a trilogy. So the first movie is literally half the book.
Half the book. Yeah.
Like, unlike the, and there's, like, unlike the, and there's only one Hobbit book.
Yeah.
There's only one Hobbit book. Hobbit book.
Yeah,
there
that
were
was
3.
that was a children's story.
Yeah, there were 3 Lord of the Rings books, and each movie was its own book.
Yeah.
But then we got into this whole
Yeah.
But then we got into this whole thing where we got to take, one book and extend it into multiple films.
You get more money.
Well, exactly. I know why they do. I know why they do it. I know why.
It's the same thing they did with the finale of the He Who Shall Not Be Named films.
Yeah.
And
Twilight.
Yeah.
And
Twilight was the first one that
Oh,
did
there,
it.
No,
there
I
couldn't
think. I
have
think.
been,
No, I think.
there couldn't
It
have
was
been
very
enough
close between the two.
content in Twilight to break that into 2 movies.
And then
Yeah, that was
I think the last Hunger Games
Was split.
Yeah.
split.
It was a splitter. Yeah. Splitter. Yeah. But
it's just the style of the time.
it was the silent time.
Thanks, Grandpa Simpson.
Anyway, they're doing more Lord of the Rings movies. Of what? Who knows?
I mean,
maybe they're reboots.
Well, there are a few books that were written by Tolkien's son that were taken from notes that were in his study or whatever that never made it into actual
That were
books.
snuck out of his
half scribbled thoughts.
Yeah.
thrown in the waste bin.
What if more rings?
We got more.
toe ring? Question mark.
Well, I mean,
The toe ring of the Lord.
Of the Lord.
of the Lord.
Lord of the toe rings. That's what I was going to say.
I like toe ring of the Lord
Toe
better.
ring of
See,
the Lord.
it was C.S. Lewis's add-in.
Yeah, that's it.
And then
yeah.
Aslan shows up.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't preach the old magic to me, Gandalf. I was there when it was written.
All right, we got to get into this game news stuff.
Yes.
So let's do the PlayStation State of Play first. Let's just hit the high notes of these because reading through every single one is kind of
Yeah.
Now,
And
do
it-
you consider them actual high notes or high notes as far as we're concerned?
As far as we're
Because
concerned.
I'm seeing some Street Fighter 6 on there, Sam.
Oh, well, Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah, let's do the Street Fighter part.
Yeah, get the Street Fighter light switch ready, just like the Power Rangers light switch. No, they announced 3 more characters, and this rounds out the entire starting cast. When Street Fighter 6 eventually drops, and they're all returning 2 returning characters and 1 that is practically a returning character. We have Zangief or
My boy.
Zangief, however you pronounce it.
Russian Muscle Boy.
Yep. And he's getting more wrestling moves, like more legit professional wrestling moves. He like sells to the crowd, and he doesn't. The only move he doesn't get back from any of the previous games is the green hand, the backhand that he can deflect, that he can do through fireballs.
Yeah, that's how
He's
you
not-
that's how you cancel out Hadokens and stuff.
Yeah, but he doesn't get green hand back, but he
when
gets
we were
everything
watching
else.
this one, I was just going, do the spinning pile driver, and then
And he-
immediately did
and
it.
he
I'm
did.
like, yay! he
Pretty
did the
much.
And I
thing."
clapped. I
Yeah.
clapped when I saw
When I
it.
saw it. Yeah, but he looks great. I'm really, really interested to see what they do because he has everything from every game that he has been in. Yeah,
And that's a lot. Of
it's a
games.
lot of games. He was in the Alpha series. He was in the EX series.
He was in Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, Street Fighter 2. There is Lily Hawk, who is 2. There is Fighter 2. There is Lily Hawk, who is the daughter of T-Hawk from Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. She has a lot of his. She is a joke character. Challengers. She is a joke character, which they haven't really had for a while. They tried to turn Blanca into a joke character, and Dan, you can only do so much with. I love my boy Dan, but he's Steven Seagal, and that's the joke.
People like Blanca too much.
People like Blanca.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
I was a big Blanca stan for a long time.
Same. When Street Fighter 2, yeah, Blanca was my dude.
Well, he was also the most broken.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he could bite people.
Yeah, it's like you have an entire cast of normal people and then a green monster man.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to pick? Of course it's the green monster man. But Lily Hawk, she is a tiny girl who is also a grappler and it's explained that she has vague wind powers because she's Native American, and that is how
they
she
all
can
have those.
Well, yeah. And that's
Can
how
you
she
fight with all the colors of the wing?
Kinda, yeah. But that's how she's able to lift people up because of the vague wind
Lily
power.
Hawk, the last airbender.
Kinda, yeah.
She can throw with all the colors of the wind.
Yep. But she looks like a lot of fun. In fact, her finishing move, she actually botches it halfway through and ends up like landing like butt first on the opponent.
You know,
Just as a joke.
Yeah, a very common trope.
I just wish she wasn't like 9.
Yeah, but
She looks like she's like 9.
But yeah, that is true. However, how old was Sakura when she started?
At least 14.
14?
Which is better than 9.
Yeah, that's true. I
She's
guess.
probably not 9. She's just very youthful looking.
I don't
No,
know,
she actually looks-
She looks.
She looks preteen, but it looks fun. And then they brought Cammy back, and maybe her best costume I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a very
Yeah.
good cameo.
Forget Yoga Fire. She's got yoga pants.
Pants.
I've been
Oh.
sitting on that joke for 2 weeks, guys. Come on, please clap.
Clap like
Fair,
Cammy.
Fair. but no, she looks real
Cammy.
fair.
Clap like
Fair.
Cammy.
Fair. But no, she looks really really good. She has all the moves from all previous versions. She even has one of her grapples is from Street Fighter the OVA anime that she never actually had, where she grabbed the guy's head, spun around, and like swung behind him and cracked the back behind both of his knees. That is from the anime.
I thought you were gonna say something from Cannon Spike.
No, it's not. No, it's not from Cannon Spike.
I thought Chun-Li did that in the Vega fight when Vega was in her apartment.
Nope, that is Cammy. She when they first reveal that she's been mind wiped and is like assassinating people. That's how she assassinates some guy.
Okay.
Is she like twists his head, swings back around through the legs, and then cracks back behind both of his knees.
Okay.
And cool. It is so cool.
Man, the Street Fighter
Cool.
OVAs are great.
They were pretty good. But no, this rounds out the entire. But no, pretty good. But no, this rounds out the entire cast
Is
for
that the same one where Ryu and Ken have a very, very close relationship?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That is the one.
They drive past a billboard that literally says "gay" on it.
Yeah, and that's the one where that's also the one where they keep calling Shadow Lu Shadow Law. But yeah, this cast looks great. There's going to be a few that we already know for the. Is it Sean? The kid that Balrog, the boxer who has vague. He was in Street Fighter V.
I don't remember.
Nobody likes him. He had a tiny hat in Street Fighter. That shows you how much I care. It should be Armika. I agree. We have Marissa, the giant
Oh,
grappler
that's
lady
true. That's true.
from Greece, who is rivaling Zangief in his. Yeah, fair. But no, it looks like a lot of fun. Okay, cast looks great. Yeah, fair. But no, it looks like a lot of fun. This looks great. But no, it looks like a lot of fun. Okay, some of the other things we have: Suicide Squad does not look fun.
No, they made it. They took something that could have been a fun, like, I thought it was gonna be like the Arkham games.
Yeah.
Where it's like fun melee stuff, but it's all shooting. It's Destiny, but with DC characters.
It's weird, and it's weird that they picked this cast to be the Suicide Squad because, okay, you have Deadshot. His power is guns.
It's gun.
That's fine. Harley Quinn, you can kind of say, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I-
she's used guns in the past,
Yeah.
but she's always been like, a mallet or
Yeah.
a baseball bat.
Right, but
Her-
she
her
can use
using
gun.
a gun isn't a big
Isn't
stretch.
a stretch.
It's kind of lame.
The one
but
that
it's
you had a problem with was
King Shark.
King Shark, who is
Yeah.
a man who is a shark.
Yeah, his whole thing is he's got brute strength and he bites.
No gun, grappling hook, grapple gun.
Grappling. Only gun. Yeah,
Only gun.
only gun.
The one that bothers me the most, though, Captain Boomerang. It's in his name. His power is boomerangs.
He throws the
He-
boomerang, but it's to teleport.
But he uses guns
Yeah.
in this. Why?
Can they at
Why?
least give him like a boomerang gun?
He already
they
has
should.
a projectile. It's in his name. It is boomerangs. He's not Captain Gunman.
Boomer gun.
Ah,
Gun.
ah. Now that just sounds like a Mega Man villain.
Yeah.
Boomer Quanger.
I thought it would be like a multiplayer melee beat 'em up kind of thing.
And instead it's just guns.
yeah, it's just Destiny, but you play as
Oh
licensed,
boy,
you play as
another
licensed characters.
another looter
Yeah.
shooter.
Yeah, Schluter.
Get in line, Destiny, and what
That's-
Anthem tried to be, and
That's what I don't like these like looter shooters where you play as like a defined character because you don't have any. You lose the agency over the character.
Yeah.
Like this isn't my guy. This is just
a gun nuts version of my
guy.
guy.
yeah. This is Captain Boomerang, but I pick what gun he has.
Yeah, dumb. All right, pick one more from the state of play, and then we'll do a couple of Pokemon Directs.
I suppose Resident Evil 4 is looking real. I suppose Resident Evil 4 is looking real good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's remake one of the best ones.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue it's. Yeah, I would argue it's one of the ones that least needs remade.
Sure.
because
Well, yeah,
it-
it's been re-released more times than Skyrim and GTA 5.
Yeah, and it still looks pretty good. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still extremely playable. But like
Yeah.
this new version does look like it is like ground up different. So
And they-
it'll be fun. To
And
go-
they left in a lot of the goofy stuff, like the mine carts and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They left in. They didn't make it all serious. They
Yeah.
left in the goofy.
That's
They
still
left in the
Resident
fun.
Evil. It's
No,
not
I
Resident
feel like
Evil. if
I
it's
feel like
not a
this
little
was one of the
goofy.
first
Yeah.
Resident Evils that didn't center around specifically zombies. I think.
Yeah, the Plaga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And their heads blow up and like a tentacle comes out. Resident Evil 4 is really good.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Resident Evil was one of my favorites for the longest time. Still kind of is.
Yeah, I've been a real fan of the franchise. The last like 3 or 4 games they put out have been phenomenal.
Yeah. All right, let's switch over to the Pokemon Direct. They spoke. The Pokemon Direct. They spoke a lot about. Honestly, a lot about games that we don't care about. I think
I don't think anybody does.
three announcements in a row. We said, and here's the game no one plays.
And then they were progressively like
Worse.
less- yeah.
They had some announcements for Pokemon Unite. They're putting in Sword Dog into that.
Oh boy.
Oh,
League of
boy.
Legends
I know
Pokemon.
that game's got some sort of like esports.
There's an
scene.
esports thing, sure.
Yeah.
Some people do play that. And then they had Pokemon Cafe Mix, which I guess is a good time waster.
Somebody's mom probably. plays
Yeah,
it.
it's a fun time waster tappy tap game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cute.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Yeah.
It's cute, but
And then they had
It's no Sailor Moon drops.
well, that's true.
that game. I don't think that game even exists
No,
anymore.
you can't play that anymore.
'Cause
They
I used to
had-
have it.
Oh
on my
yeah,
phone.
they
They nuked that from
appreciated
orbit.
that. They did, yes. They did a thing for Pokemon Masters DX.
Oh yeah, the trainer one. The
I-
one where you gotcha trainers.
Yeah,
It's a
you-
game whose name I had a hard time thinking of just now.
And when you put it in a hashtag on Twitter, it looks like it says something nasty.
Oh, looks like it says something nasty. Yeah. The two big things that are worth talking about, I think, and if I'm wrong on this, let me know. But they have a new DLC coming out for Violet and Scarlet.
Hopefully they'll get.
Um,
Hopefully they'll get things.
Scarlet.
Hopefully they'll get things a little more patched up
They'll-
by that time.
Well, the first part of it doesn't come out until fall, so they
I
have
got time.
They hopefully have time. They had enough time to come up with one singular art
yeah.
for
Yeah,
it.
there was no footage of,
No, zero
of
footage.
this at all. They used a lot of live action stuff.
Yeah, that means there's a lot of live action just in general in this direct. If you think
That's
about
true.
it, there's a lot of live action.
Well, they're leaning real hard into the whole AR, the world connected to Pokemon.
yeah,
That did for thing for a while.
yeah, that's true. But the DLCs look fun. They look like they're going to be different, interesting deviations from
I
the
mean,
main story
yeah,
in
they have cool
Scarlet
themes.
Violet.
Plus the whole, Japanese summer festival style. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a staple in anime, and it's
Yeah.
such a beautiful, look. Beautiful look anyway.
You put on your yukata, you eat your takoyaki, and you watch the fireworks. yeah.
Exactly.
And
you pay your respects at the shrine.
Yeah, and maybe a girl gives you a smooch.
Yeah, I mean, like all the anime.
yeah.
I just hope that these DLC have enough content to be worth the price, because you looked it up and it was like
Like $40.
It was 35.
$35 bucks plus tax, and that's a lot. That's more than half the game, the cost of the game. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's the one thing I will never understand is why do DLCs have to be so expensive?
I would say if it were $20,
Yeah, that would be reasonable.
reasonable $20, 35 I don't know why that extra $15 makes it that much more unreasonable.
They should have just folded it in with the PlayStation Plus Premium, or not PlayStation Plus,
The
the
Nintendo
Nintendo
Yeah.
Online Premium.
If it
Yeah.
wasn't a Pokemon game owned by the Pokemon Company and the
It
Pokemon
would have been.
amalgamation of businesses, it would have been.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the Nintendo Online, did you see Metroid Fusion is
It's coming.
out?
Yeah, it's coming on the 9th.
Yeah, it's like in less than a week. And that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
because
like that game.
the 7th is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a very good one.
Yep. And the last thing,
Go to the festival. Maybe one of those quintuplets you've been tutoring will smooch you.
and the last thing for the Pokemon Direct, the one that I'm actually most interested in, Pokemon Sleep, the thing that was mentioned once and was almost completely forgotten about,
The
is
po-
coming.
The Pokemon game you play by not playing it.
Yeah, you play it by sleeping, which interests me, one, because I like to sleep, and two, in real life, I work in
The sleep industry.
in the sleep medicine industry. So it is kind of interesting that they're building a sleep tracker, and the whole thing is depending on what type of sleep you get during the night, like how deep a sleep you get into, what I'm assuming. You have the possibility to catch Pokemon in. You have the possibility to catch Pokemon in rare sleeping positions.
You're collecting sleeping Pokemon NFTs.
Yeah. And I think it's an interesting way to gamify sleep and trying to get better sleep.
I
and
mean,
stuff
it's like
that.
Pokemon Go. It gamified walking.
Yeah.
Pokemon Brush Your Teeth. I forget
Pokemon-
what it was called, but it was Pokemon Brush Your Teeth.
Pokemon wash drawers.
Pokemon wash your hands.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Pokemon get your flu vaccine.
But they're gamifying sleep, and it has a connectivity with Pokemon Go, and I'm assuming it'll have Scarlet and Violet connectivity as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Especially
it has-
since the Pokemon Plus.
Go plus plus.
Yeah, it has
Go
a little
Plus.
device with a terrible name.
Oh, it's awful.
The Pokemon Go
This-
Plus Plus.
This is the third Pokemon Go related device.
Yes.
We had the original Pokemon Go Plus, which was like a wristband with a little charm on it. Then you had the Pokemon Go Pokeball Go, and now
which was a controller also.
yeah,
yeah,
it
wait-
also functioned as a Joy-Con.
yes,
And that
whi-
was kinda
which
fun.
came out when Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu came out,
Mhm.
which was this Pokemon Go on the Switch.
And now this is a puck that you sleep in your bed next to get better sleep readings.
It also has like Pikachu white noise stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Pikachu ASMR machine.
It's sleep paralysis Pokemon.
Don't wake up with a Sableye on your chest.
A Gengar watches you from the corner.
Yeah, eats your dreams.
But it looks interesting. It looks like fun. It's kind of dumb, but fun. It's kind of dumb, but I will get it because I do try out a lot of different sleep trackers and apps and things like that because I legitimately am curious how closely they actually get to recording sleep. I imagine the Go Plus, the Sleep and the Go Plus Plus will have a tiny microphone built in that picks up on like the sounds of deep breathing, snoring, that sort of thing.
Sleep
It'll-
farting.
Sleep farting, yeah.
Hopefully it records your sleep
it's called
fart.
it's called your Ghastly meter. Ghastly meter. But it probably does that. It probably, if I were to guess, it probably also picks up on sounds of movement. It probably also the Go Plus Plus might have an accelerometer in it to track actual movement. I can't imagine it's going to get too crazy. There's nothing that's getting connected physically to your body, so I imagine it's not going to be like.
I mean, when they created the Pokewalker, they accidentally created one of the most accurate step trackers ever
They kind of
invented.
did. So that's so. Let's see if
So who
lightning.
knows?
Let's see if lightning strikes twice.
Yeah.
You never know. Oh, But that's
I hate the idea of having a device sitting in my bed, though.
put it under your pillow.
I put my arms under my pillow.
Then you set it on top of your head. I don't know. I don't know your life.
My cat's just gonna lay on it, and then it's gonna track her sleep.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we've been noticing a high amount of purring. And also, your body temperature is elevated quite a bit. You may want to get, that fever taken care of.
All right, so we have actually wrapped. All right, so we have actually wrapped things up for the week. Or we should probably go ahead and wrap things up. We should probably go ahead and wrap things up for the week. You have been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Nerd Overload Now.
You can email us at staff@nerdoverload.com.
You can
I'm at Nerd Overload Now.
You can email us at staff@nerdoverload.com.
You can give us a call and leave us a message on the Nerd Overload hotline. That number's 419-561-5556. Let us know what Pokemon you would want to spoon you in your sleep.
I'll have to ponder that one. There are over 1,000 Pokemon.
Wigglytuff.
Wigglytuff?
Wigglytuff.
I feel like that.
Tough.
I feel like that'd be like the whole.
I
bed.
could see it. I could.
Yeah.
And that's the easy one.
Yeah.
That's the easy choice. Yeah. But I like it. It's a good choice.
I guess maybe Wigglytuff would be a better Little Spoon because it would be so soft.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'm thinking of Chansey's that big one.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, but they got eggs in bed. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Sam love egg, but I don't want egg in bed. Anyway, you can also find all the Wigglytuff. Anyway, you can also find all of our back episodes on various podcast apps such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and more. And finally, I'd like to thank Parker. I'd like to thank Parker for helping man the Facebook page, finding all the cool news articles for us, and David Pencil for using David Pencil for use. And David Pencil for use. David Pencil for use of our intro and outro. You can find more of his stuff over at davidpencil.com. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back next week.
You know who would be really bad is Greninja with that big wet. You know who would be really bad is Greninja with that big wet tongue on the back of your head. Oh.
Ugh. Okay, we are in the home stretch here. We are almost done. And then the thousands and thousands and thousands of listeners that we have currently can go tune in to some other folks. So let's see. We'll go ahead. Multiple compressor. Nice vocals. Okay. Okay. Okay.
over here.
I would
He's took out all of the chuff.
on it.
Yeah, and that's
Last like 3 or 4 games, amalgamation of
this is a puck that I can't imagine. We should probably go ahead and wrap things up.
to call and leave us a message on the Nerdo.
You can find us.
You can email us at
Helping Man outro. You can find more.
With that big
Okay, that sounds all right. I'll go ahead and save it. Okay, so now the magic happens. Open up. Radio session settings. Drop these into here. Let's see, I have an ad to pop in here. Maybe it's. I always forget where I save my stuff. Add with bed. Nope, not that one. Oh man, remember ARMS? No one remembers ARMS. Let's see how this turns out. Export. So today's the 4th. Let's see here. 3, 4, 23. There we go. Okay, it'll save down. We'll see what happens. See if it's any good. This might be the last podcast that I edit on stream. These are not the most entertaining. But then again, I'm not really streaming for other people. I'm streaming for myself to get better at talking just by myself. I'm not doing a very good job of it, but it's the fact that that's what I'm doing, I guess. So yeah, probably gonna wrap up here in a minute. I got some last minute things I have to do, but otherwise it's pretty much done. Man, I just really ran out of steam. Gee, Merry Christmas. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to kill the music for now. We're almost done, so just go ahead and stop that. There we go. I got to turn everything back the way I had it before so I don't... There we go. Okay, almost done. Final stretch. Here we go.
There it goes. Okay. I was thinking about it. It's all right. It's all good. Let's see. Sidekicks Coffee are more than
As far as it.
do some. You're tuned into Nerd Overload, your weekly pop and geek culture show, and we will be back next week.
You know who would be really bad is Greninja.
There we go. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Let's see. Go ahead and close out of that one. Close that, yes. Close that, yes. Let's see. Close that. Close that. All right. I'm gonna save those. Save session. There we go. Okay. You know what? I was gonna play another round of Vampire Survivor, but I'm getting pretty zoned out, so I should probably go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you for tuning in tonight. It was a real chill, kind of quiet one, but you know that's okay. It's a weird week. I will come back energized and ready for more on Monday. Hopefully the stream will work a little better as well, and might play some more Legends of Zelda. We might do something else. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Who knows? The stream might look completely different by then as well. Just see how I feel. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you later.